On all of it and more, North Carolina's Governor Roy Cooper. He joins us now. Governor, good morning. If you could just give us a lay of the land, sir. I'm sure you're getting reports from all over your state. What are you hearing? How bad is it?
We are. North Carolina has made strategic plans for this, but now it's time to move from preparation to determination. We've had over 100 people in New Bern, North Carolina rescued, people rescued from a hotel in Jacksonville, North Carolina. We have search and rescue teams who are standing by, ready to go. People are waiting for the light of day, not only to see about the damage, but also to be ready and to be in place to rescue people. We're dealing with significant storm surge, with historic rains that in many places are going to be measured in feet and not inches. But I do believe we're ready for this. We have no reported storm-related deaths at this point. We've evacuated a lot of people from our coastal areas. Obviously, some are still there, and we need to make sure that they're rescued and taken care of. We have 157 shelters across the state, almost 20,000 people in those shelters. And of course, we're approaching 350,000 people who have lost power, and we know that number is rising even as we speak. And we also know that people will be without power for days and sometimes maybe for weeks. So we're asking for common sense and for patience, and make sure you protect yourself and your family. Dial 911 if there's an emergency. Dial 211 for information about shelters and other help. But we don't want people getting out in this storm right now.
Well, and we should point out, too, Governor, that there's a lot of urgency here because especially for the folks in New Bern and other communities like that, there is a small window to get some of these folks who are trapped out before that high tide comes rolling in at 11:30. So are you guys equipped and prepared to work quickly to get people out before that high tide comes?
There are search and rescue teams there ready to go. We have our local, our state, our federal. We have help from 19 states. We knew that these situations were going to occur. We do have a significant storm surge that's pressing against a big river with historic rains on top of that. That water has nowhere else to go. And so we're going to see high water in some of our cities, and we know people are going to need help, and we have brave men and women who are first responders who are there to help them and to save them and take them to higher ground.
All right, and Governor, just real quick, this is a slow mover. Al keeps talking about one of the big problems with this storm is it's just sitting and parking. So again, we were talking about how, people are going to look out and say, wow, you know, we escaped this thing, but this is a days-long event.
This is an uninvited brute who just won't leave. When you're talking about those kinds of wind, that kind of rain with the storm surge, and in fact, even when the storm moves through, the rivers will continue to rise. So we can't be complacent when the sun comes out because this water, this rain, is going to increase the levels of our rivers, some of them predicted to get to historic levels. So we know that there will be flooding even in the weeks after the storm. So we're ready for a tough one here in North Carolina, but we North Carolinians are resilient. We'll get through it. We're prepared for this, and we're ready to take it on.
You've got your work cut out for you. Governor, it's good of you to spend some time with us this morning on a busy morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Governor.